There's one topic of discussion that's really important to me and I feel should definitely be my first video other than my introduction, and that is binding. A lot of people who start to bind at first use duct tape or ace bandages, and they are not an okay method. It's very dangerous to bind with either of those because they constrict your chest. They constrict your chest to a point that it cannot expand, which limits your breathing and can cause some serious rib damage. Duct tape can also cause a lot of skin irritation and a lot of problems in general. Uh, the problem with ace bandages is that it's used to help heal, and it's used to help with sprains and breaks and that stuff, where it constricts the more that that part of your body moves. So every time you take a breath with an ace bandage as a as a binder, it constricts even tighter, and then it makes it harder to breathe and it causes more rib cage problems, and it's just not a good idea. But there are other methods to binding. There are quite a few different methods that are safer, and it's important to have those resources. One method that some people use that can't afford binders is using sports bras, and you need to stay with your size sports bra. That is, I can't emphasize that enough. You can use up to 2, I believe is the number. Please don't quote me on that. I will double check and let you know if I find that that is not correct. There are different ways to use it depending on the type of sports bra you have and your chest size. There is also another method that you can use, and it's using a binder. They are compression shirts that compress your chest where they're almost flat. The results vary depending on the brand you use, if you're using the correct size, and how large your chest is to begin with. And there are some great results. It's a lot safer than using an ace bandage wrap. Some binders can be expensive. There are also different types of them. I will put a few links in the comments to, or actually in the description, so you can look at them, and I'll put a few that I have used and that I have had friends use, so I know that they're reputable sources. I'll also put a few that are a little less expensive, and if you can't afford a binder, there are quite a few different options. You can go on a list to get a free binder, and there are so many out there. There's so many sources to get one. I just really hope that you don't use an ace bandage as a binder. It's not healthy and it will cause more issues in the long run. It's just not good. And I know that there's dysphoria that comes along with being trans, and like, trust me, I didn't know that binding with an ace bandage wrap was bad. I saw it on a video on YouTube actually, and I thought it was really cool, and I was like, oh, that can explain how that can show, like, it won't show my chest if I use that. Like, I can make it flat. And so I did that, and it was painful, and it wasn't actually very effective, to be honest. And it's just not a great method overall, and I just really hope that when you bind, you use a safer method. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer as many of them as I can, and if I can't answer them personally, I will definitely find some resources for you and set you up with them.